rather, is anybody not comfortable in Hindi? कोई है ऐसा जिसको हिंदी में तकलीफ है या हिंदी समझने में तकलीफ है? Because I like to switch between both the languages.
Please mention in the chat box. Are you comfortable with Hindi in English?
Yeah, yeah. You can actually, you can just speak out, or you can, because okay,
Yes, yes.
okay, great. Yeah, so मतलब अगर मैं हिंदी में बीच में switch करता हूँ, because it will happen spontaneously. You guys don't have a problem, right? If anybody has a problem, let me know.
Okay, okay. Many are saying that they are comfortable with both the language.
Okay, great, 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 great. So actually, thank you so much. I frankly did not expect people to turn up at 4 in the evening. So I am like Darshan mentioned, I am 2003 2007 pass out. मैं electronics engineering में था. In fact, मैं अहमदाबाद से सूरत गया था. तो for me it was, regionally it was not a very big change. And then I passed out from electronics. After that, I went to Reliance Communications. In fact, it was, at that point, mere college say it was a very good job, one of the higher paying jobs. But in 4 months, I left that job. I went to Reliance Communication, जो यहाँ पर, I don't know if you guys are aware of it. There's a DAKC center in Mumbai, Navi Mumbai. It's still there. So at that point, it was, it was considered to be like a haven for those who are interested in telecommunications and communications. And I was really proud of getting there. But 4 months into it, and I left that job. So what I'm going to start with, is I'm going to share first my life story. Also because when I was, when Darshan told me that we have to, I have to share my experiences with you all. There were literally two ways of doing that. One is that I could share my life with you, my journey with you, and hope that you can pick up your takeaways on your own. Second is share gyan. What I know is that there is a lot of gyan on entrepreneurship already. Some of it is highly misleading, some of it is highly practical. तो मैंने क्या किया है कि पहले 15-20 मिनट में आपको मेरी जर्नी के बारे में बताऊंगा. कहीं पे आपको लगे कि अच्छा ये क्या हुआ था, वो क्या हुआ था, प्लीज फील फ्री, आस्क मी क्वेश्चंस. And then we will get into the actual art of entrepreneurship as I see it. ठीक है? So currently what I do is I run this studio called Studio Dialog Box. At Dialog Box, we actually offer video solutions to our clients. Our clients are right from KPMG to HDFC to ICICI to Dr. Reddy's. We work with a lot of clients. And I love talking about video marketing in context of marketing itself. And I'll tell you a bit about how I reached here. तो जैसे दर्शन ने बताया कि मैं electronics pass out हूँ, which is in 2003-2007, and from there now I run a creative studio. So what was my journey and how did I reach over here? But before that, before I talk about myself, if you guys can just tell me what is it, I mean, what is that one thing in one word or in couple of words, if you can tell me what is that one thing that attracts you about startups or about this life or about becoming an entrepreneur. Can you just share like a single word, and there are again no right answers, no wrong answers, but quickly in 30 seconds if you can just put one word, two word, three words, what is it, why is it that you are attracted to this world of entrepreneurship?
Please write in the chat box. If you guys can write in the chat box.
Challenges: becoming my own self boss, being my own boss, networking, working with new and different people. Interesting. Yeah, no limits. Okay, no end to growth. Nice. What else? What else? Okay, there are no wrong or right answers. Huh? Please, I mean, I just really want to understand what is it that you are looking for. It makes you a better judge of people. Okay. New experience, more freedom, and making your own decisions. ठीक है, ठीक है. So, uh, please, if you want to add more answers, please feel free. A life full of adventures. That's interesting. So basically, what I can understand is that what attracts you to the world of entrepreneurship is the freedom that you will have. Lot of money, absolutely. I was waiting for this is like maybe a lot of money. That's right, that's right. मैं यही देख रहा था कि अभी तक किसी ने पैसा नहीं लिखा है, हर कोई फ्रीडम एंड ग्रोथ उनकी बात कर रहा है, बट या
Lot of money is a two-way thing. आता भी है और जाता भी है.
आता भी है और जाता भी है. We'll talk about that too. Talk about that too. ठीक है. So मुझे जहां तक समझ में आ रहा है कि आप लोग, so entrepreneurship, when we think about entrepreneurship, we think about freedom, we think about making your own decisions, being your own boss, uh, and a life full of adventures. Uh, uh, दोनों एक्सपीरियंस लेना, जो अच्छा भी आएगा बुरा भी आएगा, हाइज एंड लोज, and all of that is absolutely true. When you choose entrepreneurship as a career, you will see both highs and lows, to the extent that entrepreneurship is a very emotional journey. And that's why uh, today's topic is not just the analytical aspect of it, but actually the art of entrepreneurship, because that is something that not a lot of people are prepared for. That entrepreneurship at the end of the day is a highly emotional journey. So on that note, I'll just take you through my own story. Darshan ji, at any point, if you feel that it's becoming a monologue, please feel free. Please feel free to interject, and I'd be happy to answer. This was my this was my
Please go ahead.
reason. This was my reason to become an entrepreneur. I did not fit in. So, like I said, after engineering, I went to Reliance Communications as an engineer. I joined Reliance Communications as engineer, and I left it within 4-5 months. What I The reason I left it was, frankly, because I did not like the entire environment. I did not enjoy my job, and I found the people around me to be slightly dumb. And that was the reason, frankly, to leave that my first job. Also, I was naive. So I left that job. I went back to Ahmedabad, and I prepared for B school, typically what everybody else does, right? And I got through several colleges. I got through MDI. I got through NITI. Uh, I even got through IIM Shillong. But then uh, I went for, I don't know how many of you have heard of MICA. MICA is also based out of Ahmedabad. MICA is, at that point, it was the only communications management college in India. And I was quite attracted to its proposition, which is it offers a program in communications management. It offers a business administration program focused in marketing, and I went for that. The other reason was that also there were a lot of girls in the batch. So because of these two reasons, I joined Mica, and then spent 2 years, 2008, 2010, in Mica. After after that, I again मतलब वापस पढ़ के क्या करता, तो after that I joined a company called JL Morrison. JL Morrison was a FMCG company, is an FMCG company. So in 2010 they were the primary distributors of Nivea. If you have heard about the brand Nivea. And I was working as area sales manager at JL Morrison. It was a pretty interesting job, but quite challenging because I was in states like Tamil Nadu and Karnataka, and I had no idea of their language, of their culture, and that was a very interesting experience. So that went on, and I was in my regular job. I changed it in between, and then I joined another IT company, and we were doing a project for PNG. So this went on for about 2 3 years, and in 2013, uh, I started making what you see right now on your screen. I started creating these caricatures, or these comic series, if you can say so. So these were all one-page comics that I used to make, and it started very spontaneously. I think out of boredom of my job, or one of these reasons, I started creating these comics, and I used to post it. And at that point in time, Facebook was really huge, right? We did not have Instagram and all of that, so I used to post it on Facebook, get a lot of people to like it, and this sort of became an area where I used to exercise all my creativity, क्योंकि job में तो creativity बहुत कम लगती थी, right? So not to say that all jobs are like that, but my job was like that. That there were little challenges. There was little to stimulate me. And when you are young and restless, and if there's not enough to stimulate you, you get easily bored. So this was an area जहाँ पे मेरा सारा creativity, मेरे thoughts, मेरी feelings सब निकलती थी, और it was getting appreciated. So I did it for about a year. I came out with about 40, 50 such comics, some of which is still on Facebook. But what happened is I actually started on a journey of you know uh, moving away from my job, and मेरे दिमाग में ऐसा कुछ आने लगा कि okay, can I convert this talent, this love for making comics into an actual business? Uh, उस समय ये भी हुआ कि if you remember, I don't know, you guys must be like young at that point in time, but 2014 is a time when Marvel was doing really well in terms of its movies. All of us were big fans of superheroes and all of that, and Comic Con had just started becoming bigger. Now it's huge, right? But at that point in time, 2012, it had started. By 2014, Comic Cons had become really huge. They attracted a lot of crowd, and I realized that we did not have enough Indian superheroes in the market. So me, along with a partner who I found out through a common friend, we started this company called Orange Radius, and basically it was a comic publishing house. We created this superhero called Parshu. You can actually Google it right now, and you will, if you just Google Parshu comics, you will see a lot of these comics uh, on Google Images. So, so 2014 is when my entrepreneurial journey started, but it did not. It wasn't that I was going to make a video company. That idea wasn't there at all. I was not even, to be frank, I was not even aware of the business model. कोई B plan नहीं था. The only thing that I wanted and I had in my head is was at that point in time is that India doesn't have a a big superhero. India doesn't have its own Marvel comics or DC comics. There is enough market. People love watching superheroes, so might as well give India its own superhero. So that was the idea, frankly, almost like a romantic notion we had, and we started publishing these comics. Now the thing with comics is that it's a very capital intensive thing. You have to get writers, illustrators, then you have to publish it, and then if you have to publish, you have to publish a certain number. तो हर एक कॉमिक्स को पब्लिश करने में काफी पैसा लगता था. तो हम लोगों ने क्या किया, just as an offshoot, so that we can earn enough money to then fund these comics, we we started comic making as a service. तो ये एक नया कंसेप्ट हम लोग लेके आए थे, एंड आई थिंक इवन टुडे इट विल बी अ न्यू कॉन्सेप्ट. we went to marketing people, branding people, people in communications, and we told them that see, आप लोग एड्स बनाते हैं, आप लोग टीवी एड्स बनाते हैं, आप लोग वीडियोस बनाते हैं, आप लोग प्रिंट एड्स बनाते हैं, बट आप कॉमिक्स में कुछ नहीं करते हैं. तो मार्केटिंग वालों ने बोला हाँ ये बात तो आपकी सही है कि हाँ हम लोग कॉमिक्स में कुछ नहीं करते हैं, तो आप बताओ कि हम क्या कर सकते हैं. तो दैट वाज द it was just an experiment that we started, that we know how to make comics, we have writers, illustrators, we understand how to manage artists, we have been creating comics, so let's just offer it as a service to marketing people, and it kind of took off. So we got Kellogg's as client. These two panels that you see right now, we made it for Mahindra, and actually Anand Mahindra ने इसको retweet किया. So we made it for some internal competition of Mahindra, and that's how we got a lot of new clients. So we were actually not looking to start a services business. It happened as a need to fund our actual business, which was of creating comics. But it just so happened that when we started that services business, we got a lot of takers. तो ये हमारे लिए प्रॉफिट सेंटर हो गया, और कॉमिक्स हमारे लिए कॉस्ट सेंटर हो गया. So this is us going to comic cons. We used to sell like that, like this, ऐसा खड़े होके, और हम लोगों को explain करते थे. We used to sell it, but selling comics was very difficult, and rightly so, because you were competing with Batman and Superman, and Iron Man was huge at that point in time. Spider-Man was huge at that point in time, and they were offering comics at approximately the same price point. So it was difficult, but we still did very, very good business. In fact, we were one of the top sellers in Comic Con consistently from 2014 to 2000 till 2016. 2016 में तो हमने बंद भी कर दिया, but till about that point we were top indie sellers of all the other comic publishing houses that were there. Yeah. So like I said, comic business शुरू किया. Comic business का offshoot, we started a services business, and because we had time, we had a lot of impatient energy, क्योंकि comics का एक अपना cycle होता था, so we had time. So what did we do? We already had illustrators and designers, and we knew that Comic Con has a huge merchandise market. So Comic Con में हमको ये realize हुआ जाके कि comics तो कम बिकती है, ज़्यादा बिकती है t-shirts, ज़्यादा बिकती है merchandise. I don't know, maybe that's the case today also. I mean, just as a question, do you guys go to Comic Cons? Have you guys been to Comic Cons? If you can just just not yet. Not yet. Okay.
I volunteered.
You volunteered. Okay, interesting.
Yeah, at Ahmedabad Comic Con. Yeah.
Okay, interesting. So Comic Cons are, I mean, if you have seen, okay, Amit is here. Interesting. Okay. So Amit is a good friend of mine. I shared this link with him, and he's a doctor who's currently in Kuwait. So he's here. Anyway, so Comic Cons, are these comic events. It has a lot of it's basically celebration of the whole superhero culture and pop culture. So you have people dressing up as Khaleesi from Game of Thrones, and you have people dressed up as Iron Man and Superman and all of that. It's a crazy event. And what we could see is that there's a huge pop culture market. So to exploit on that pop culture market in 2015, we started a t-shirt business. It was a t-shirt e-commerce business, and we called it Zenties. So here is the logo of Zenties. Uh, so now you can see some things, they are coming together. So we saw a market. We had some internal capabilities by the fact that we were already creating comics, and we were trying to figure out ways to monetize it. What is the best way to monetize it? So we came up with t-shirt business, and it went on really well for us. I'd be honest, it was not an ethical business, क्योंकि हम लोग क्या करते थे कि अपना ये गूगल इमेजेस से इमेजेस निकाल के और फिर हम उसको टी शर्ट पे छाप देते थे. Some of the images we would change, but otherwise we would keep the images same, because these images used to sell, right? People would, kids your age would buy these t-shirts of anime characters, and all the characters that, and it wasn't available at that point in time. There were not many. In fact, there were none. There were no t-shirt companies selling t-shirts of anime characters, and we were probably one of the first ones in India to come out with that. Of course, we did not have any rights to do it, but what the hell, we made a lot of money selling those t-shirts, right? So so this was a third business that we started. Not so, none of these businesses were unsuccessful, so to say, but none of these businesses were also very successful. And I'll come to the part of what is successful and what is not successful, but suffice to say that within 2 years, we were able to create multiple revenue streams, one of comics, one of comic making and content making as a service, and then this t-shirt business. So by 2016, we were a team of people, not just me and my co-founder. There were a couple of artists, animators who were working with us. So this is the period. These are the first 2 years of my entrepreneurial journey. Then in 2016, something very interesting happened. We got our first huge client. We got Paperboat as a client, and I am talking about the comic making as a service wala business. तो पेपर बोट आया हमारे पास. उनको पता चला कि अच्छा ये कंपनी है जो कॉमिक्स बनाती है और कॉमिक्स हमारे हिसाब से बना सकती है ऑन डिमांड. तो वो हमारे पास आए. उनके पास एक ब्रीफ थी. दे वांटेड टू गेमिफाई समथिंग, एंड वी काइंड ऑफ क्रैक्ड दैट ब्रीफ, एंड वी वर गेटिंग वेरी गुड मनी to give them as solution, and it was a big project. So we set up our team in Mumbai. 2016 की बात है. हमने टीम सेटअप की, हमने आर्टिस्ट रखे. मैं पुणे में था, मैं पुणे से मुंबई शिफ्ट हो गया, एंड वी स्टार्टेड working full time as a studio. So of the 3 businesses that we were working on, the service business kind of took off immediately with just one account. And these were good times. So after 2 years of you can say struggle, yes, it was a phase of struggle. We were trying to do several things. We made a lot of mistakes, but when we got this account and we got a couple of other accounts, it actually good times started. I took my first vacation after 3 years. I went to Europe with my wife, and everything was going on well. when in 2017 I left, yeah, basically, you know what happens typically in any relationship, and if you guys are, you know, thinking of partnerships or anything like that, you even, you know, if you do not have the same view of future, eventually you move in your separate ways, and that's what happened. So in 2017, despite the company doing really well, we kind of broke up, and I went my way, and my co-founder went his way, and and then this started, what you see today. I started Studio Dialogue Box, and it was actually, it, it was a fresh start all over again. तो एक कहावत है, जब भी आप entrepreneurship में उतरेंगे तो कोई भी आपको बोलेगा that the first 1,000 days are very important. In my case, what happened is, after the completion of 1,000 days, my journey of another 1,000 days started. So I started up twice. Let और ये बात अलग है कि मेरे पहले स्टार्टअप अलोन, मतलब in that journey I had 3 startups, and then this was my 4th startup. You may ask what happened to the t-shirt company. We closed that company because once the studio business took off, we realized that there's a t-shirt business, e-commerce business में बहुत ज़्यादा मेहनत है, और उसमें cost of operation बहुत ज़्यादा है. So for that reason we shut that down, and eventually we also we shut down our comics business. Comics business was again, it has its own stories, but what I'll leave you with is this thing, that finally हम लोगों ने करीबन 7-8 लाख का माल फाइनली हमने 5,000 के रद्दी के भाव में बेचा. That's what happened with the comics business. Cool. So do you guys have any comments? You want to ask anything right now of these things? If there's
I
anything
have
that
one appreciation remark from you, from Param Bhavsa. Really great story. And I also feel that it's a really great story how you have built up your brand. And after being unsuccessful, not I can say unsuccessful, but not quite successful, you have created another startup which is right now very successful. So it's a remarkable job. I must appreciate that. And
thank you.
uh, guys, if you have any questions, you can switch on your mic and ask to Priyank.
Cool. So I'll, even if you don't have any questions right now, I mean, that's okay, because मैं आपको ये कहानी इसलिए भी बता रहा हूँ, because unless I tell you the story itself, मैं जो आपको मेरे लेसन्स बताऊंगा, और ये मेरे लेसन्स है, ये कोई मैंने इंटरनेट से देख के कहीं से डाउनलोड नहीं किया है. These are my lessons, things that have worked for me. This won't make sense to you, because otherwise it will just look like some generic yarn. Anyway, so I started Studio Dialogue Box, and you can go look up, check out our website, and it's now been 2.5 years, coming close to 3 years of Studio Dialogue Box. I started with one animator in 2018, uh, uh, and now we are a team of 10 people. I am, in fact, abhi isse pehle I had a hiring interview. So we are going good. I would not say that हम लोग ऐसा फाड़ू scale कर रहे हैं, but we are going good. We are going strong. We have some good clients working with us, and we are being appreciated for our work. So 2014 to 2017 there was a lot of turbulence. Then 2018 was again a lot of turbulence, and then since then the boat has started getting a little steady. Uh, So what am I getting at? See, I am getting at this. I think I should just make like this. Yeah. What I'm getting at is that you guys, you are in first year, second year. अभी तक तुम्हारी जो life रही है वो ऐसी रही है, सीधी रही है, ठीक है। तुमने 12th तक पढ़ाई की, फिर तुम लोगों के अच्छे मार्क्स आए, फिर तुम लोग इंजीनियरिंग कॉलेज में आए, वो भी एनआईटी में आ गए। अभी फर्स्ट ईयर हो, सेकंड ईयर है, थर्ड ईयर है, फोर्थ ईयर है, थिंग्स आर प्रेडिक्टेबल। You know which direction your life is moving in. But the moment you step into an entrepreneurial life, things won't be predictable. Things won't be certain. You will not know where you are going to be next year. You will not even know where you are going to be in the next 3 months, let alone next year. And you will have this crazy journey जहाँ पे जैसे मेरी जर्नी हुई, मैं कभी कॉमिक्स बना रहा था, तो मैं कभी कुछ सर्विस दे रहा था, तो एक दिन एक बड़ा क्लाइंट आ गया और फिर मेरा कुछ और शुरू हो गया। और it's a very non-linear, unpredictable sort of journey. And of those last 5.5 years, this is my biggest learning. Number one, my attitude to uncertainty and unpredictability has changed. I don't see uncertainty as a bad thing or unpredictability as a bad thing. Uh, 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 that is the biggest change. Number two, uh, go check out this term called anti-fragile. And anti-fragile is basically a concept that when you put stressors on something, it actually gets better. तो जैसे जो बच्चों को टीका लगाते हैं, तो जो टीका होता है उसमें एक्चुअली में वायरस होता है, जिससे वो बच्चों को थोड़े टाइम के लिए बुखार आ जाता है, और फिर वो थोड़े से बुखार से वो जिंदगी भर के लिए इम्यून हो जाते हैं। सो इट्स दैट कॉन्सेप्ट कि जब आप एक एंटरप्रेन्योर लाइफ में आते हो, आपको इतने स्ट्रेसर्स आते हैं कि आप धीरे 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 यू बिकम एंटी फ्रेजाइल, यू स्टार्ट ग्रोइंग फ्रॉम इट। एंड नंबर थ्री, I have a much better view of risk. What is risky? What is the downside? What is the upside? And looking at life from a risk perspective. And now I'll break it down into specific lessons. And today I'm going to share when I'm talking about the art of entrepreneurship, and I shared my entire story. Of course, it's not like a neat story. I just gave you a gist. There are several other stories within this story, but I have these 5 learnings from it, which I want to share with you as kids who are probably 20, 21 year olds who want to get into this life. And there will be a lot of suggestions and a lot of guidance that you will get, and a lot of mentors who will have their own point of view. I have these 5 things for you. Number one, continuous problem solving. Number two, servant leadership. Number three, resilience. Number four, not being afraid of conflicts. And number five, content, learning how to create content. And now let's get into the Gyan Wala stuff. तो अभी मैं ज्ञान दूंगा आप लोगों को। अगर okay, so Dhairya is saying something. What do you mean when you say that you did not fit in with your colleagues, and what exactly made you leave? I mean, Reliance does pay a pretty sum. Okay, if so, I can answer that. I'll take about 2-3 minutes. When I went to Reliance Communication, मेरा आइडिया क्या था पता है? मेरा आइडिया ये था कि मैं जाऊंगा, मैं एक हाई प्रोफाइल टीम के साथ काम करूंगा, हम लोग हाई एंड एंटीनास बना रहे होंगे, हम लोग we would be working on the cutting edge of communication technology. And frankly, I mean, I wasn't naive in thinking that, because जब HR आया था हमारे कॉलेज में ये सब बताने के लिए, तो they actually said that Reliance in investing is this technology, that technology, and we were recruited for RTEC, which is Reliance Technology and Innovation Center, RTIC. But when I reached Reliance, and yes, they did pay pretty good money. I remember in 2007, they were paying me 3.5 lakhs हाँ 3.5 lakhs which wasn't bad. मतलब अगर आज की डेट में देखो तो it's about 6 साढ़े 6 का पैकेज होगा. So it was good money. It was, I mean, it was Mumbai. Mumbai is closer to where I stay. So all in all, on paper, it looked like a fantastic job. But when I reached there, I realized that लोगों को innovation और technology से कुछ नहीं पड़ी है. 90%, and I'm not, exaggerating in any way. 90% of them were were actually उनके लैपटॉप में एक ब्राउजर खुला रहता था जिसमें वो शेयर्स का काम करते थे. वो शेयर्स दिन भर चेक करेंगे कि कौन सा ऊपर जा रहा है कौन सा नीचे जा रहा है. 90% of people would do that. And rest of the time, if they were not, talking about shares and कहाँ कौन सा जा रहा है ऊपर और कौन सा नीचे जा रहा है, the rest of the time they would be bitching. And that was the kind of environment that I went into. There was no talk of innovation. There was no talk of the technologies that we are working in. Um, the environment was not what I had imagined. It wasn't something that was stimulating for me. And I was, I had another job I got a job in IBM in Bangalore. And it also happened to be that my girlfriend, which was also from NIT Surat, हम लोग पिया मिलन चौक पे बड़ा बैठते थे. So my girlfriend, now my wife, also got through Accenture Bangalore, and I left that job, IBM का job, to be part of Reliance Communication, because I thought कि मैं वहाँ पे जाऊँगा तो मुझे काफी कुछ सीखने को मिलेगा. And there was nothing. तो आई वॉज काइंड ऑफ डिसइल्यूजन्ड कि यार मैं बैंगलोर नहीं गया ये सोच के कि यहाँ पे कुछ सीखने को मिलेगा, तो यहाँ पे तो कुछ है ही नहीं और एनवायरमेंट ऐसा है. सो आई वॉज दैट वॉज द रीजन व्हाई आई लेफ्ट.
There is a question from Param Bhavsar. What is more important, your idea or your belief in your idea?
Okay, Param, in my head both are the same things. अगर आपके पास का आपका कोई आइडिया है और अगर उसमें आपका बिलीफ नहीं है तो वो फैंटेसी होता है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल घोस्ट, आई हैव एन आइडिया इन घोस्ट but I don't believe in ghost. It's just a fantasy. Unless that idea. So, and what does an idea do? An idea makes you excited. Idea आपको excite करता है, idea आपको motivate करता है. Idea की वो ताकत होती है. अगर कोई idea में आपको खुद को belief ना हो, इसका मतलब है कि वो, that idea doesn't mean anything to you personally. So, for me, anyway, belief is everything. Even if it's a poor idea, it's a great idea. Unless you have belief in that, you won't be ever be able to bring that idea into reality. जब तक आपको भले ही वो छोटा आइडिया हो या बड़ा आइडिया हो. Because as for the comic idea, I think more of a belief part worked for you. I'm not sure what you mean by that, but I mean we had this. We had this idea that there's a market and let's bring something to the market, and all of us work on assumptions. हम लोग सब research करके तो नहीं घुसते हैं. There's one more question from Mandeep. Can you share your views on the need of MBA after engineering if my only aim is to establish my business in the later stages of life? That's an interesting question, Mandeep. I think I'll address it after I open the next section, because I think we have just 15 minutes left. So I'll quickly cover, actual lessons. मैंने मेरी story तो बता दी, पर जो ज्ञान है वो तो मैंने अभी तक share ही नहीं किया है.
Sure.
Okay, so the first and the most important, skill for me is the art of problem solving. Now, generally, when people think of problem solving as this analytical ability, कि मेरे सामने आपने कुछ एक problem रखा, I am able to break it down into neat categories. I am able to find correlations and I present you the solution. but you will realize that in life problems are not neat, problems are open, problems are vague, problems are actually they shift their shape shift. वो इच्छाधारी नाग होते हैं ना, प्रॉब्लम्स वैसे होते हैं, कभी वो कुछ होते हैं, कभी वो कुछ होते हैं. So the first and the biggest learning is for me is do not directly jump to solution when you see a certain problem. That problem can be within your business, that problem can be a customer problem you are trying to solve, or that problem can be a grievance or a complaint that your employee is is expressing against you. Don't never directly jump to solution unless unless you are a doctor and you have to save somebody's life. अगर life threatening है तो immediately करो. But most problems, big problems, sticky problems, they are not, they are very vague in nature. So the first thing that you should understand is framing that problem. अगर आप अपने problem को लिख नहीं सकते हो, अगर आप उसको clear शब्दों में express नहीं कर सकते हो, do not attempt to solve it. So I really love this quote. The problem is we don't understand the problem. Most times in our lives, we do not understand the nature of the problem and we directly jump to the conclusion and we attempt something. And when you will enter into the world of entrepreneurship, you will need to be solving problems every single day, right? Which means you will be pressed on time. आपके पास क्योंकि इतने सारे प्रॉब्लम होंगे सॉल्व करने के लिए, और तो आप सोचोगे कि यार इसको बस ये अभी किया खत्म कर दिया. The smaller problems, for example, arranging funds for something, or sending files within a certain deadline, all of that, lower hanging problems, of course they need to be attempted right away. But problems that occur, that are recurrent in nature, they cannot be solved just like that. You need to hold on that problem, you need to understand it clearly, and then once you have framed it very very clearly, तभी आप उसको solve करने जाओ. तो there are a lot of interesting books on that. I would suggest that just read about problem framing as a technique whenever you have time. The biggest takeaway here is don't jump to the solution immediately. Stay on the problem. Number two, and this is the art of leadership. So, to be frank, I never considered myself to be a leader. I am, like I said, I was more of a misfit. So even, in my college, or even in my groups, and even in the friend circle that I have, I'm never the leader, the alpha, somebody who commands or somebody who sets the agenda. I'm not like that person. But when I came to, when I had to set up my own team, when I had to motivate my own people, I realized that, I cannot delegate that part. I have to be a leader. I have to be, someone जिसके साथ लोग जुड़ सकें. क्योंकि अगर आपके साथ लोग जुड़ेंगे नहीं, तो आप टीम कैसे बनाओगे? It's not a job, right? Nobody is going to give you a team. Nobody is going to be your boss, and nobody is going to put people below you. You have to build your own team. You have to be sticky enough so that people come and join you. People believe in you. People believe in your vision. So invest time in understanding the traits of leadership. And it's not about being the strongest or the most driven person within your group or the person who sets the agenda. What it means is simply being a good listener, investing in relationships, and honoring your commitments. It is about your ability to set a vision, जो vision तुम्हारे daily फायर फाइटिंग के बियॉन्ड जाए, जो एक पर्पस दे ग्रुप को कि हाँ, हम जो कर रहे हैं, जो आज हम कर रहे हैं, उसका एक मीनिंग है लाइफ में. एंड फाइनली अंडरस्टैंडिंग हाउ टू बिल्ड अ टीम, हाउ टू बी दैट स्टिकी पर्सन जिससे लोग जाके चिपके और वो उसके साथ में काम करे. तब भी काम करे जब वो पैसा दे पा रहा है, जब वो अच्छा काम दे पा रहा है, और तब भी काम करे when when things are rough, because that is the kind of people you will need. There is an interesting story, but it's just that we don't have time and I have a hard cut off at 5. But I learned this thing the hard way. Or the value of being a good leader, the value of being a servant leader, of investing, of building the capabilities of people around me, and not thinking of them as my pillars. They are the pillars on which company is built. I am simply an enabler. That's how I think of leadership. Third skill is the art of resilience. देखो, तुम लोग भले ही टेक्नोलॉजी स्टार्टअप खोलो या मेरी तरह तुम क्रिएटिव सर्विसेज का बिजनेस करो, कोई भी तरह का बिजनेस करो, जैसा मैंने कहा, तुम्हारी जो जर्नी है वो स्ट्रेट नहीं होने वाली. यू आर गोइंग टू सी lows, you are going to see highs, and that's the truth of entrepreneurship. मतलब इमोशनल जर्नी ऐसी ऐसी ऐसी, इट्स अ रोलर कोस्टर. अभी बोलते हैं लोग कोरोना हुआ है जब से कि अच्छा कोरोना हैज बीन अ रोलर कोस्टर. आई फाउंड, मतलब आई वाज actually, to me it really did not make a lot of difference. I did not find it to be a roller coaster, uh, because I'm used to this roller coaster, frankly. So this is one of the biggest takeaways. If you are planning to become an entrepreneur at some time, be ready to take care of your mental health. एक बहुत बड़ा मिथ है एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप में, ये मैं ये लिंक्डइन पे भी देखता हूँ और बहुत सारे लोग ऐसा बोलते हैं. इवन ये इलॉन मस्क, these people, they talk about working 20 hours a day, 100 hours a week. और मैं आपको बता नहीं सकता कि ये कितनी गधे जैसी बात है, ये कितनी गलत बात है. As an entrepreneur, you need to take care of your mind like a baby. You need to take care of your mental health. That is the most important. If you are feeling anxious, if you are feeling stressed, if you are feeling fatigued, and all of this happens, you have to stop yourself. You have to take a downtime. In 2018, and 2018 was particularly stressful period for me, because I had started this new business and I had put in a lot of money and my payments were getting delayed and all of that jazz that happens. And I was going, I was working day in day out, trying to hire new people, getting things delivered on time, following up on money. All of that was happening. And in August, my body just gave away. I was severely ill for 10 days and it was nothing. It was a viral fever. The viral fever mein to log kaam kar lete, but my body just gave out. My body was like, enough. I cannot, continue doing it. And I realized that it was all because of the accumulated stress. So having downtime, saying that you cannot work anymore, setting yourself into a routine is important. It's as necessary as anything else. So whenever somebody says that being an entrepreneur means you have to work 24/7, you can show them a middle finger and say you have no idea what being an entrepreneur means. Being an entrepreneur doesn't mean that you kill yourself to death. It's a career decision. It's a career choice, which is similar to any other career choice. The problem today is that लोग entrepreneurship का टेम्पलेट और फ्रेमवर्क फ्लिपकार्ट और डंजो और इन्हीं को मानते हैं, ओला, यही सक्सेस स्टोरीज को ही मानते हैं और वो बोलते हैं कि देखो इन लोगों ने ऐसे काम किया तो यही एक entrepreneurship का तरीका है. और अगर आपका जो वेंचर है, if it is not a 10 crore venture in the first 2 years, then all of that is bullshit. An entrepreneurial career, like you said, and very rightly you guys said, I think the younger generation has a much better head than us. It's about freedom. It's about living the way you want. It's about making your own mistakes. That is entrepreneurship. और अगर इसका मतलब ये है कि आप जॉब वाले बंदे से हर महीने 10,000 20,000 कम कमाते हो, it is okay. It is completely okay, because that's just a fact of now. It will change in the future. 20,000 gap will become 1 lakh gap, or maybe that 20,000 gap will become a minus 1 lakh. I mean, you will earn more. That doesn't matter. As long as you are happy, you are making your own choices, you are making your own mistakes and continuously learning, you should be happy. Whether you work 20 hours, 40 hours, 60 hours, or 100 hours a week, there is no template to that. आपकी कैपेसिटी है, आप शाहरुख खान की तरह दिन में 4 घंटे भी सो सकते हो, या आप मेरी तरह दिन में 8 घंटे 10 घंटे काम करके भी खुश रह सकते हो. दोनों आपके पास चॉइसेस हैं. One thing that I've particularly now I do as an exercise is whenever I have to make any big decisions, I have to take any big bets, I always think of the worst case scenario. It's something that people won't tell you. जो पॉजिटिव थिंकिंग का बहुत ज्यादा गान गाते हैं वो आपको बोलेंगे कि हमेशा पॉजिटिव थिंक करो. मैं आपको ये बताने आया हूँ कि नेगेटिव थिंक करना भी उतना ही इम्पोर्टेंट है. So whenever, for example, you want to enter into entrepreneurship, think about the worst case scenario. Think what is the worst that can happen. And if you are not ready for that worst case scenario, then reconsider your situation. Don't be a fool optimist. And so yeah, I think I'll just leave to that. So understand that you are going to see failures and be prepared to sustain those failures is all I would say. Quickly, I don't think we have a lot of time with us. This is, it's continuation to the last point, but please understand that the world is not fair. You will see, especially if you will get into, a service business or any business जहाँ पे आपको networking करना पड़ेगा, you will lose out on opportunities for the most blah reasons. हो सकता है कि आपकी इंग्लिश अच्छी ना हो सकता है कि आप अच्छे ना दिखते हो सकता है कि आप वेल ड्रेस्ड ना हो सकता है कि आप बेटर कनेक्टेड ना हो. It can be anything, and because of that you may lose out on opportunities. I have lost out on opportunities because of that. So world is not a fair place. Please do not enter with a romantic notion कि मैं जो करूंगा मुझे वो मेरे हक का मिलेगा. हक का बहुत बाद में मिलता है, पहले आपको लड़ना पड़ता है. Number 2, preparation is underrated. So just because you would be free to make your own choices doesn't mean that you can be lazy. It in fact means that you have to be much better prepared than the other person. I wanted to share a story here, but I would just leave to the fact that when you are entering into the world of entrepreneurship, you will have to negotiate a lot. And देखो सामने वाले की एक पोजीशन होगी, एक ब्रांड होगा, एक कुर्सी होगी, वो हो सकता है एवीपी हो, वीपी हो, जो भी हो, मतलब, and you would be, what would you be? You would just be a founder of a company that nobody knows about. So your preparation, your negotiation skills should be top notch, and that's where I leave it to. And finally, which is the fun part of being an entrepreneur. Actually, being an entrepreneur is a lot of fun. But learn how to create content, because we are not talking about entrepreneurship in 18th century or 19th century. We are talking about entrepreneurship in 20th century, in a digital era, and content really is a superpower. Learn how to create content, learn how to journal your ideas, learn how to capture your experiences as knowledge, and start publishing frequently. If you can create videos, if you can come on screen and talk, if you can write, if you can do whatever, all of these are very interesting skills, and they will help you in getting your initial traction, be it for your product, be it for a services business, be it for any kind of business. You will be able to create community much faster, a community of vendors, a community of customers, potential customers much faster if you understand the art of content. So I think, yeah, that's about it. I have done my time. let's just quickly take some questions. अगर आपके पास में कोई सवाल है, कुछ भी है, just throw it at me. I'll be happy to, share some of my experiences.
Thank you, Priyank. There is one question from Mandeep Singh Jadeja that you have
Yeah.
already read out.
Yeah. So on that, Mandeep, if so, Mandeep, मैं आपको एकदम ऑनेस्ट आंसर देता हूँ. इंजीनियर एमबीए की कोई जरूरत नहीं है. अगर आपको बिजनेस शुरू करना है और आपने ये सोचा है कि आप थोड़ा टाइम लेके बिजनेस शुरू करना चाहते हैं, व्हाट आई वुड रादर से इज आफ्टर योर कॉलेज, get into a good job, a job that pays you well, uh, work in that job for about 4 5 years, 3 4 years, whatever, earn money, save it, so that then you can invest it in your business and make connections, build a network of people, so that when you get into, when you start your own venture, you will have people who will support it, you will have your initial customers, you will have your initial coders or whatever you want. आई डोंट थिंक एमबीए वाला रूट लेने की जरूरत है. मैं खुद अपने आप को ये सोचता हूँ कि भाई मैंने एमबीए वाला रूट, मतलब सी द रीजन हाउ एमबीए हैज हेल्प्ड मी इज टू गिव मी दैट नेटवर्क, but it's not a necessary condition at all, not at all.
Yes. Guys, if you have any questions, you can write in the chat box also, or you can unmute yourself also.
Okay.
I think all the parts have been covered already. Yeah.
Hi there, dear.
Sir, I have one last doubt.
हाँ पूछिए ना.
सर, आपको क्या ज्यादा काम आया, जो आउटसाइड लाइफ आपने जी थी लोगों के साथ, या फिर जो आपने टेक्निकल पढ़ाई की थी वो?
टेक्निकल पढ़ाई मेरे कोई काम नहीं आई. But I'll tell you, see, I know why you are asking that. You are thinking कि पढ़ाई में ज़्यादा time spend करना चाहिए या outside experience में ज़्यादा time spend करना चाहिए.
Yes.
See, even though मेरी engineering की पढ़ाई मेरे को directly कभी काम नहीं आई, but पढ़ना एक डिसिप्लिन है, वो आप में एक डिसिप्लिन डालता है. जो मेरा आज डिसिप्लिन है, एक मेरे रूटीन का डिसिप्लिन है, एक मेरा कमिटमेंट है, एक मेरी कॉम्पिटिटिवनेस है, वो पढ़ाई की वजह से ही आई है. मैं डेस्क पे बैठ के 2 घंटा 3 घंटा फोकस से कोई काम करता हूँ, वो सिर्फ इसलिए नहीं है क्योंकि मुझे उस काम के लिए पैशन है, वो इसलिए भी है बिकॉज देयर इज अ सेंस ऑफ कमिटमेंट, देयर इज अ सेंस ऑफ achievement that comes in when you finish a certain assignment. And please don't forget that assignments फ्यूचर में भी आते ही रहेंगे, अभी आप खत्म करो या बाद में खत्म करो, but you can take a call on where you want to spend your time. Of course outside life is very important because that's where you learn how to make friends, how to talk to people, how to there are several uncontrolled situations that come up. You can become part of the fest, you can become part of so what I would definitely say is that outside life में भी ऐसा नहीं है कि outside life is about hanging out with friends. Seek out situations, seek out challenges, then it makes sense कि आप अगर outside भी जा रहे हैं, अगर आप वो पर outside जाके भी आप अगर अपने comfort zone वाली चीजें कर रहे हैं, तो I don't think that means anything unless you seek out adventures is all I would say.